Hello, my crafty friends. Hannah and I are going to be experimenting to see if I can watercolor one-handed. We thought it was the one thing might be easiest for me to do one-handed. She taped everything, the papers down for me in advance, and she drew me these beautiful poppies in advance, so I can paint those in a minute. But I'm going to play on this first. And see, I just reached up there and did that. I'm not supposed to do that.
Like a tight shot, shall we?
No. She's drawing her some poppies now to paint in a minute. But we've got this cute little palette with some paints that she got for Christmas. And then she's got this is Hannah's. She's got this huge palette over here that we're setting out of the way. And these are paints that a good friend of mine and the mother to her best friend gave her, that when she used to do a lot of watercolor, she had that palette set up, and so that we're going to be using that.
I'm guessing when she was in art school because she signed the lid.
Yeah, I'm sure that's when she got it, but I don't know if these paints were from art school or if they were from later. But anyway,
No way.
it doesn't matter. Um, so we're just gonna play today, and I'm gonna see what I can do without. We're hoping because these are taped down, it's not something I'll have to hold and stuff like that. So anyway, we're just gonna play, and Hannah is much better at watercolor than I am, so she knows some stuff, and I don't know anything. So,
You know things.
it's not about watercolor. Anyway, I'm just gonna play and see what I can do on these. One thing, and you won't be able to tell, but this is the Arches watercolor paper that I had, and I looked online, and everywhere I looked said that you could tell that both, I don't know if you can tell or not, but if you were here, you could tell both pieces are textured. It's textured on the front, it's textured on the back. And from what I read, the if you look at the paper and you can see the watermark, and it's, it's not the mirror image, it's going the right direction. That's the front of the paper. Well, that is this piece of paper is turned that direction, and it's got the texture on it, but it's not quite as textured as this one. And this is from the opposite side. So I'm going to play on both of them and see if it makes any difference. Some people commented in the comments, said the most textured side is the side you're supposed to paint on. But then when I read about it, it didn't say that. It said the side with the watermark facing up is what you're supposed to paint on. So I'm going to see. I think I got some advice from somebody else who said the side you paint on is the one, or the right side is the one you paint on. Whatever you paint, that's the right side. So anyway, I'm just going to play a little bit.
I put too much stuff on this clipboard. Way too much stuff.
Okay. Hannah's going to ink this poppy before she starts painting. So yeah, I'm going to play here a little bit, and then when she gets finished with that, we'll move over to the poppies, and hopefully I'll be able to do something. Yeah, go ahead.
Now I don't know what to say. Brilliant. I'm experimenting with using these pins. I have some others that I've watercolored.
Show them what the.
I showed them the title.
Well, I don't think it really showed up.
Okay. Damn again. I got these for Christmas, and I've watercolored over another set of pins that are waterproof before, and they say they're waterproof, but I've never watercolored over them, so that's what I'm testing out here. And my mom's is inked in the other set, which I do not remember the name of, unfortunately.
Which one's going to be the dirty water? Which one's going to be the clean water?
Dirty, clean.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to try to make some kind of loose flowers here, but I want to do them the same way. And I think I just changed my mind about what brush I'm going to use. I watched CC do some flowers, and I watched Susan Howes do, I think, the same flowers. And I'm going to try those. They're the ones where you put the dots down, and then you paint out from that. Anyway, but you're supposed to get a lot of pigment on your brush to make the dots. So I'm gonna. I think I need a little more water there. These paints really soak up the water. I thought I put quite a bit of water on them, but um, and she said just do 3 dots, so that's what we're gonna do. And I probably should have put them closer together. Okay. And then you're supposed to, I think, kind of take most of the water off your brush and just kind of, yeah, I didn't, I put these too far apart. Maybe I need to make them wider petals. I don't know if you can hardly even see. I've got this set up big enough that you can see both of us, hopefully, and um, so it's not even really showing up good, but um, yeah, I definitely should have put those closer together. Okay.
You could get purple and do another set underneath.
Ooh.
Or above.
Sorry. Well,
now you're thinking.
Now I'm thinking. Yeah, that's dangerous to get me thinking. I think I'm going to just add 2 here, and then I may add some more underneath too. Okay, let's go ahead and let's see if I can kind of fill in a little bit. I'm going to try to bring some of this darker color out a little bit more into the petals. Then I'll lift it up and let you see it better. Okay, that's kind of what it looks like right now. And then she used a dark color. Is this the purple?
That's the violet, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's violet. Actually.
Ooh, that is a gorgeous color. It looks like plum or something to me, but.
Permanent magenta.
Okay, so you put it over here instead of over there where it's supposed to be?
It got moved.
Okay.
I didn't move it.
All right. Now we're going to let that kind of, hopefully it'll bleed into those a little bit. That's what it looks like right now. I think it's kind of pretty.
Looks like, what does it look like? It looks like it's been pressed.
A pressed flower. There you go. That's what I paint. I don't paint live flowers. I paint pressed flowers. That's true. That's exactly what it looks like.
And it has kind of daintiness. You know?
Yeah. We're going to let that be a... Put some of that lighter color in the middle here, and I think it doesn't blend very much. Anyway, there's my let's do another one, maybe up here. So a little, maybe make it a little more opened. I don't know. I think my brain is thinking that the less open they are, the darker they are, and I don't know if that's a good way to think or not, but that's what we're going to do. And then, so now I've got 3 kind of flowery things there, and I need to...
But you aren't using your arm.
I'm not using my arm. That's right. I'm doing good. Whether the painting's good or not, I'm at least getting to play, and I'm not using my right arm. So, what green do you think I should make my stems?
I would mix a bit of this with some of that and some of that. This is a good green to go with. This will lighten it up, and that will add a bit of naturalness to it, if you will. Just carry them over into this well.
I'll do it right there.
Okay. I don't mind. That adds a bit of a natural tone because it's browner.
Is that too much?
No, that's enough.
Okay. Whoops. Okay, she's having me bring over cadmium yellow, and what's that other one?
This one's yellow ochre.
Yellow ochre. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I pronounce it wrong. I pronounce everything wrong.
That's all right. Oh, that looks very pretty. Hold it up so they can see.
Mm-hmm. Since it's bigger than the last one, I even got the fluffies.
Okay, just a second.
I'm not good at cameras.
Yeah, there you go.
I even got the fluffies on the stem.
All right.
We'll take nice pictures for you when we're done.
There you go.
And I'm going to sign my name at the bottom with this one.
So do you think do I need more green? I think I need more green.
I like it, but...
Okay, Hannah likes it, so we're going to use it.
That's not a good reason to use it.
That's as good as any. Where should I have the stem coming out on this big one? From here?
Sure.
Is that what you were saying?
No, but I like it.
Okay, so there's what we got so far. Now I need some a little darker for my leaves. I'm getting paranoid. You're looking over here and I'm thinking, is she going to think I'm doing my leaves wrong?
No,
is she going to tell me how to do my leaves?
I just want to watch you. It's fun to watch you, that's all.
Okay.
Everybody who's going to see this agrees that it's fun to watch you. So why is it weird that I want to?
I'm sorry. I just know how much better you are at this stuff than I am, and so it makes me a little bit sensitive.
Well, if it's a consolation you're better at signing your name than I am.
Oh, well, okay. I'm glad to be better at something. Okay. So there's that one. And I'm going to try to do something similar on the other page and see if it will work. Oh, that's pretty, Hannah.
No, I'm gonna let it breathe a minute before I try to erase it.
That's probably a good idea.
It's worse on Bristol though. Bristol smears sometimes because it takes a while. This stuff absorbs ink really quickly.
Okay.
Bristol, not so much. You gotta give it time. See what else is on this thing.
I'm going to put these dots closer together on this side.
I think I'll fuss with this while I'm waiting.
Well, I said I was going to.
That's a really.
I think I'm just going to go ahead and do all 5 of them because too.
Okay, this will work.
Susan said that this will dry too fast, and she's probably right, so I'll probably mess it all up. But
Those are going up there. I think I'm gonna fuss with this while I wait. You ever tried inking anything on parchment paper before? Maybe I should just stop.
Not that I know of.
I really like the way it is, and I'm afraid if I ink it, it won't.
Ooh, I like that much better.
That's what I thought.
Just to make a bunch of little squiggles out.
Yep, that's what I thought. So I'm not gonna ink this after all.
Okay.
Oh, now it is kind of dry. I just don't think the parchment paper will take ink very well, since its whole gig is that things don't get through it.
Yeah.
So that's just gonna have to wait for a bit.
Okay.
Well, I'll tuck it back under here and. Okay. I'm gonna get this erased now, and then I'll have to set it up on its board.
Well, this wicks way faster. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
Good thing I came back, because now I can see why I left things too light to be at the bottom of the flower. So that's nice.
Good. Oh, I hadn't even been using the clean water at all. You can tell I don't watercolor paint. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to do this one kind of over here, I think.
Ooh, that one's even better. It came out a lot more freeform.
Yeah, I just played. I wasn't worrying about it. I think my problem is that
You're a perfectionist.
I worry too much about how it's going to be, and so with that one I really didn't.
I left the tape inside.
Okay. All right. Now then, we'll do some stems. Uh-oh. That stem kind of bled in there a little bit. Let's see. You all right?
I'm fine.
Okay, so that's what that one looks like so far. I'm gonna take a little bit of, see if I can, that's got really harsh lines. I'm gonna see if I can get rid of some of that harshness. That one really doesn't, it's okay. Let's try that with this too. Ooh, I should have dried that brush off a little bit. Yeah, this is not, it's not moving. This, the more textured side must really be the right side, even if the watermark's on this side. Because of course this is drier and that was wetter, so that may be the difference too.
And I don't think reds like to move much at all.
Yeah,
They ain't into that.
they ain't into that.
Staying on.
Okay, well there's those, and I think those are cute. I'm happy with them. I think I want to see if I can get the leaves to kind of fill in just from. Did you mess up your tape?
I didn't get it long enough, and I'm paranoid like that, so I
Okay.
gotta go and get myself a longer piece.
Yeah, the green's moving about the same. So I think it may be a red issue more than a side of the paper issue. Um,
Green went down last, though.
yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That's
Also, you were probably working with a bit more water by the time you reached the green. How much wet you put it down with does seem to affect how well it moves. At least it did when I was trying to paint the dragon's eye. The sprinkles were so hard. So hard.
okay. Here is those. I'm going to call them done. No, I'm not. I'm going to add some more. Well, I thought I was going to add some more. That didn't seem to add any more. Well, I'm going to try to just do some. Is it better to, if I'm going to make like grasses, to start at the tip and come down, or to start at the grass and go up?
Start at the tip and come down because your brush tip is going to lay thicker the farther you... It just doesn't like to... It's really hard to go thinner, but it's easy to go thicker.
Okay.
You know?
Well, I'm obviously not a good grass person, so. I just want to practice some of that before we get to the other painting.
Yeah. I bet you'd be able to move them around a lot better if you watered down your colors some more.
Okay.
More layers are easier to put on than they are to take off. You know, so. That's just a thought.
Okay.
I'm gonna press around that side, so I'll wipe off some of it.
Okay, so now we're going to call these done. I put a little green on the bottom. Makes me happier, even though it's not that beautiful of greenery.
But the dark side does work better. I mean the back side.
Yeah.
I'm going to be using this side for my mixing or whatever, so
Okay.
I'll get some of that cleaned off.
Okay. Now I'm really scared of this one because this one has your beautiful art on it. We should have taken a picture or scanned it before we...
I have a phone out here.
Okay. Take a picture before we...
Before you improve it, we must know how base it was.
Before I improve it. All right. I'm going to improve it, gang.
I have spoken.
Hannah has spoken. Take a picture of yours too. Here. Take yours too. Commercial break.
Here we go.
While Hannah takes a picture.
Hope I got something decent. I can't see the screen, but the light is really good.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to pause for a minute while you're doing that. Okay. I'm going to start with my background, and I want it to be a light blue. You said to do light green, but I really think I want light blue.
Okay.
Because I do. I was asking Hannah, should I do, okay, pay attention this time. While it was paused, I asked her, but should I do just do this little bit of background and get it started and then do some in here and then do some in here, just like little bits at a time?
Yes.
Okay.
You should go slowly because you're going to want enough work time for each section. And if you try to do it all at once, you won't have the work time. So the way I assume you're planning to do it is to put the color down at the edge and then fade it out like a gradient away from the picture.
Yes.
Okay, then you're just going to want to fade out closer to here and then get this one really, really pale and get that section wetter so that it will stay workable when you move into paint here. And then just kind of work your way around it, making sure you have workable sections.
Okay, but I put down, and my brush is wet. Oh, I didn't think it was, so I was going to write with it. So do I put down water first and then lay in my paint? Do this section with water first?
That's what you want to do.
Okay. Is this the brush I want to use? Or would I be better to use this flat brush?
You want to use a round.
Okay.
Probably a smaller one.
Oh, smaller one. Okay.
I would, just because I'm really anal about getting my line art clean, so I want to make sure I don't...
Okay. Well, this is the smaller one, so it's got some green in it still, so. Okay.
Water down then.
Still has a tad of green in it.
I'm going to set you here. I'll get putting my water in. I do not have a water.
She did this in a permanent pen, so I don't have to worry about it, getting it on the ink. It just... Okay, now I need a blue, a light blue. This one?
Mm-hmm. That's one in my opinion.
Okay. Uh-oh.
What?
I mixed in a little bit of that.
That's okay. Just gives the color character.
Okay. I didn't do a thin line, did I?
And When you go to the dirty water, make sure you make a lot of shaky motions before you move to the clean water.
Okay.
That helps get all the paint out. I just saw someone do a figure eight once, and I don't have the hand-eye coordination to think about doing a figure eight like that, you know?
Yeah.
But it does help to make sure you make a lot of motion. We're going to need to pause and replace this water pretty soon.
Okay. Okay. That's my fault because I didn't go into the dirty water first. I'm sorry.
Well, I said we're going to have to pause and change them. I'll just move that one to the dirty position and then
Change the other one?
The dirty one, yeah.
Okay.
It's usually how I do it.
All right.
It seems like wasting less water that way.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay. I've still got a little bit of blue in my water, but I'm not going to worry about that because we're going to be... It actually helps me see where my water is better, I think. Okay, let's add a little of this blue in. Okay, should I also go down this side or should I just let it come from that side?
Let it come from one side. You have plenty of pigment in there to do the whole thing.
Okay. Did y'all read between the lines there? I did. Mommy has too much pigment on her brush.
Just from my taste in watercolor, not necessarily in general.
Oh, that was a very polite way to say it, Hannah. It was very polite. I'm proud of you.
Well, I didn't mean to say it at all.
And what kind of paper is this that I'm working on right now?
I think it's Aquabee, but I'm not certain. I'll have to go on Amazon to check because I don't remember what on earth it's called. I've been trying to name it ever since we started talking about doing this.
Yeah.
I cannot recall
Okay.
what it is.
Oops, sorry. Trying to decide what I want to do next. I think I'm gonna... You told me to leave that wet so I could blend it, and I didn't. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see if we can get it to kind of blend.
Alright. Can we pause?
She changed her mind, told me to just keep going while she goes to get water. So I'm just putting water down right now, so probably it would have been better if I left it paused while I did that. But if you're like me, you like to see all the steps, and so you'll be happy. If you're not like me and you wish I'd left it paused, then you can speed it up. Well, that was fast.
The jar came out pretty clean, so I just have to fill it again.
Okay. Oh, here I go with too much pigment again. After I get this kind of played with a little bit. Boy, that really didn't want to. It's just really harsh right there. I know it's my fault, but
It's a learning process.
It's a learning process. So here I am. There's what it looks like right now. Okay, why don't you put yours up and let them see what yours looks like right now.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, sorry. Trying to keep it flat. I apologize, Hannah.
It's okay.
Whoa, 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 Mom. Gotta bring my painting. Okay.
No, you're not. I was just afraid that this...
Let me pause for a minute. Okay.
I think I'm gonna get you wet right here. I'm putting a touch more green so that the background doesn't look kind of empty there.
Where's that?
Right
I
here.
wasn't looking. Oh, yeah.
The problem with floaty backgrounds, they kind of turn into nothing.
You do a good job with floaty backgrounds, though.
Well, I like my stuff floaty, so it's basically all I do. And then stew a bit. You're getting better. Even with a couple tries.
I'm trying. I'm working on it. And then I go back to too much pigment.
Well, if you watered down the blue more on the palette,
Yeah,
it'd be easier to not lift too much.
that's probably true.
It's too watered down now. So a bit more here and then a bit more. Trying to balance my desire for intense blood red flowers and the fact that I'm trying to go for floaty and delicate. It's a struggle, okay?
It's a struggle. I probably shouldn't have done anything down here and done some green there instead. I'll just go over the blue. I'm not going to worry about it. I think, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to see if I can add a little more. Make that not look so. No, it's just going to look that way. Okay. Should have left it alone. Uh-oh. Got some on my little bud or whatever that is. Are y'all getting bored yet?
Nope. I'm not bored.
You're not bored? I'm not bored. I hope they're not bored.
Then again, I spend hours doing this kind of thing, so.
That's true, you do. I think I'm going to just continue to work from this side that way.
Oh, great. I got red in it. I'm going to take you. Just lift that. Hopefully. And out. Yeah, always wipe off your brush when you're working with red. It just doesn't leave. Ever.
It doesn't leave?
Yeah, it won't get out of your brush.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna let that dry a bit before I try to do anything else to it. Actually, probably got too dark for the first run. Oh well. Maybe I'll get Floaty Delicate and Intensely Blood Red.
There you go.
That would be really nice.
I probably should have been watching what you were doing instead of doing this so that I could...
It's not very hard. You just gotta make sure you water down the cadmium red before you try to put it on.
Okay.
And that was too wet.
Now, those of you who really watercolor, I'm telling you right now, if you got suggestions, that's fine to give me suggestions. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying that I'm not claiming to know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to learn from my daughter. But I'm happy with how it looks, except for right, somehow I messed that up. I added more water in and it. Let me pause. Okay. My son's getting rid of stuff, and he knows me well enough to know he needs to ask me if I want stuff.
You probably shouldn't.
He probably shouldn't. That's probably true, but not sure how to go around this.
Just get down now.
I'm trying to not get any of the blue inside the stems. I can tell I got a little bit though, but I'm trying to not do that.
You're really doing pretty well.
Thank you.
The first, I think, real decent like gradient background I liked was the little smiling tower.
Yeah.
And I think I was did that for like 2 or 3 hours when I painted it. So
I'm finding myself clenching up this right arm like I'm tensing it, and that's not what I need to be doing. So I um, have to be careful there. You might pay attention to me, and if you see me doing that, say something.
Remain calm.
Remain calm. Okay. What?
Got too floaty with the background. All the colors are blending together now. It's very frustrating.
I'm sorry.
And I'm starting to talk like you.
Well, don't really know what to say to that.
Fighting it. I'm gonna try to roll with it. See if I can do that. You need to get wet again. I was trying to fix those lines. It's just not happening.
You're just doing that to make me feel better, right?
No, this happens every time I try to paint.
Oh. Well, I always love that end product of what you do. So
That's because you didn't imagine it in my head.
that's true.
Nothing goes as well in execution as it did in conception. I should learn to live with this, but no.
It's got to drip.
Yeah, it's really frustrating when you get your brush down and you're trying to do really detailed work, but there's water just hanging off of it, and you're like, it's gonna fall into the paint, it's gonna fall into the paint, it's gonna fall into the paint, but you're still trying to work with it.
Yeah. Well, see, I didn't have this right along the edge wet enough, so it's not wanting to move. I did too big of a piece at one time, I think.
Yeah, you probably need to rewater your cadmium stuff. It's starting to evaporate too. That happens when you wait.
The red?
No, I meant the blue. Sorry, my brain is not going well. You're not even at red yet.
That's what I thought. I was like, well, I can re-wet it in a minute, but
no. Get wet first. That's smart. Smart people do. What?
no, you're just funny.
I'm almost out of the green I mixed, so I'm gonna have to get some more of that made. And I just spread it further. Brilliant.
Okay, this is what it's looking like right now. That right there is really bugging me.
I kind of like how it looks like they're casting sky shadows.
Yeah. I don't know. It's what it is. That's what it is. It's sky shadows, y'all. It's not that I don't know what I'm doing.
You clearly know what you're doing, otherwise you wouldn't have been able to raise a daughter who knows what she's doing.
Oh, well, my daughter studies independently. She learns what she's doing. Her mom just kind of flies by the seat of her pants. Okay, now I'm at the place where the blue's going to be on this side and go in that direction. Is that okay?
I would water it down a lot more to try and keep with that it's coming out of them look, because it's actually pretty cool.
Okay.
So you need to just get a lot of water right there and try to make it much paler so that it looks more like this when you put it down.
Okay, so go ahead and put my water down and then put it paler to begin with.
Yeah, you need to dilute your blue.
Okay, dilute my blue. Okay, I'm going to dilute my blue, y'all. Okay.
And I'm going to let this dry a bit so it doesn't keep bleeding all over itself.
Okay.
Nope, it's just drying. Not going to touch anything up. Touching up. This is the real hard part.
Waiting?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's terrible. I think I'll start watering down the cadmium blue for you so that I can do something.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to move the jar so I don't accidentally do something to my painting.
That's probably a good idea.
That should be better.
Right there?
Mm-hmm. Hope I didn't make it too.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's not enough.
I have issues.
We'll see. We'll see. Well, I do that, I'll lose it all, so.
Gotta go for it, Mom. Takes guts.
Okay, go for it.
I think that turned out well. Hopefully.
Okay. Oops. There's that bottom part so far. I'm gonna I think I'm going to do the same thing here and then on the tops of those. Okay. While Hannah waits for it to dry.
This is the real trick to watercolor.
The waiting?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think waiting for it to dry before you try to go back in and tweak it kind of outclasses every other tip.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to do that because this will need to dry before I can put my other colors in.
Then I suppose we can pause for a bit?
Yeah. We will pause for a bit when I get my blue all around. What is that?
Oh, that's eraser dust. Sometimes it just leaves there. It's really frustrating when you're trying to do a wash and you find a whole lot of it just not going or moving or just staying. It's very frustrating.
It just lives there, she says. Okay. Here we go.
That's actually looking really cool. You know, in a more abstract way.
Yeah. Whew. Okay.
But now we know the pens are waterproof.
Yep. That's good.
Yeah. Because now I have a 0.1 I can use again. That was inked in 0.3. This was inked in 0.1.
I like the 0.3 because I like, if you're going to ink it, I like it to show. Of course, that shows really well. Show them what you've done so far. Kind of put it up there. And
that's what I am not good at cameras. It's like trying to brush your hair in a mirror.
that looks good. Okay.
You ever tried to brush your hair in a mirror?
Yeah.
I always end up going forwards instead of backwards. Which doesn't even make sense.
Okay.
Bet if you cleaned your brush before you tried to move it anymore, it'd fade out better.
Okay. Sorry. It's all right.
I'm trying to be helpful.
You are, and I need to hear it. So, you're not offending me, honey. It's okay.
Hey.
All right. There's what it looks like at this point. I think I need to. Do I need to, or do I need to let that just be?
I just let it be.
Okay. I'm going to let it be, y'all. I'm going to let it be. And we're going to let things dry, and then we'll be back. Okay. Come up here a little bit so they can see a little bit better what you're doing. Hannah's going to do some detail work while I'm putting some gold on these flowers, and while I'm waiting for mine to finish drying.
See if I finally gotten the metallics out of this. I never get calls from anyone I know. Not that I know very many people, but that's irrelevant.
It's not calls from anyone important anyway, huh?
Yeah.
Is it probably those they want to forgive your college debt or something, and you haven't even been to college yet.
Car loans.
Yeah.
I can't even drive. I
haven't
even started learning to drive.
Your warranty is out of date. And you don't even own a car. Okay, I don't know if you can see the gold. I just added a little bit of gold.
Yeah, you can see it definitely.
I like it. I think I'm going to add a little in the leaves
Mm.
too.
It's actually not that much smaller, and it's starting to fuzz.
And it's brand new and it's starting to fuzz?
No, this one.
Oh, okay.
This is my own. This is from when we got that fantasy book, and I actually got into watercolor.
Oh, yeah. I remember
She had
that.
one of these, so when I locked myself in here for 4 days,
Uh-huh.
I decided that I needed this,
Right.
and I have it, and I've used it, but then I used it on metallics. And ever since then, I can't get the glitter out of it.
Oh, yeah.
So every time I tried to do detail work, I sprayed glitter on my painting.
Ooh, I like the gold. What do you think?
I like it too.
I don't know if y'all can see the gold in the leaves and the stem,
It's very
but
pretty though. So.
I like it. Hannah likes it. It must be good. Oh, I need to put a little bit in the grass too.
First over here. Okay.
See, once you become a mixed media person, you just have to, you can't do anything just plain. Of course, I guess this one's inked first too, so it's, and that way it's,
clippers? Scissors. I need scissors.
I do have scissors. I do not have nail clippers.
I have a wild hair.
Well, clip it.
Yes, or it's going to drag paint where I don't want it. That's very aggravating.
There's what it looks like. If you can see the gold.
The wild hair.
I'm very happy with those. Yay! Let's just do a little LFC right down there. LFC. That's me. Okay. Let's see if this is dry enough to move on. What do you think?
Probably.
I'm going to give it a touch with the heat gun just to be sure. I don't think it's going to really move anymore right now anyway, unless it...
Okay. Nice part about natural fiber brushes is that when you're trying to do detail work, these basically vacuum up extra water.
Oh, that's good.
Also very good to know.
So now touch it and see if you think it's good. Is it still
over
too
here.
cool?
Start over here.
This is drier?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I guess I'm going to start with this little, was it this one you said to use for these?
Actually, I have been using my tangerine dirt, but I don't have enough for us to go into that. I would put green over them first because they're kind of green in pictures. Okay. And then I'm putting the yellow in over them, but that's also a bit of a stylistic choice.
So very light green, maybe like that?
Yeah. And that's why you save your dirt. Because you have lots of good stuff in the dirt.
All right, lots of good stuff in the dirt. Here we go. I think I'm going to go ahead and see if do this one too, since it's way over here. And that was the first area I did, so it should be okay. Okay, and this one that one, it should be different, shouldn't it?
It's all green. There's no yellow in those, but there's a touch of purple in the fuzz.
Okay. So is it a darker green than this?
No.
Okay. Well, then we'll just keep using the same green. And a touch of purple in the fuzz. So what color green should I use for the stems?
Same green.
Oh, I don't know if I have enough.
I'll mix you some more.
Okay.
It's very simple.
So do I let this dry before I put the yellow on?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're probably gonna want to try to glaze it, which is what I meant to do. That's not working the way I thought it would. It keeps now it's moving too much. It goes move it up, then it moves too much. Just can't win.
Okay, this is what those look like at the moment.
Put her in there. We're gonna stir it up a bit. There you have some green.
Okay, thank you. So do you think I should use a smaller brush?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
That just makes things simpler. I mean, if you have a really nice round, you can just use the tip. But the smaller brush does make things a lot simpler, you know.
Well, I need things to be... I'm going to pause for a minute, folks. Sorry. All right. Well, we're going to try this green on the stems. Ooh, it's greener.
Sorry.
It's all right.
That's what happens when you use your palette dirt, though.
Yeah.
You might not be able to accurately replicate it if you need more.
Oh, I don't mind. I like this color green. Of course, I like most colors of green, so... You're stealing my green.
I made your green.
That's true. Okay, we're sharing the green. I think there's plenty.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that. I'm glad I went back in to try and make it darker. I'm gonna let that dry for a bit. Move on to the red. So let's take this red.
Yeah, I'm glad I used this little brush. I'm not adept enough at the using the tip to...
Honestly, neither am I. Yeah.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Too much standing water.
Oh, okay. See, most of the time you go off and hide in your bedroom in watercolor, and so I think you just fly right through it with all kinds of perfection and no no troubles whatsoever. So this is helping me out a lot.
You know me, Mom. You should know that I don't fly through anything without trouble.
Well, you come show it to me and it looks troubleless. Okay, so far so good. It's funny, it's almost like the places where the stem was a little bit wider, my hand already knows just to press down a little harder and spread it out, and then a little lighter where it's skinny, and that gives me some confidence. Okay, here's my green so far for the stems. Now I think I need to do the little purple tops that you're...
Only one on the round thing.
Yeah.
And now I'm just gonna let it sit for a moment. Trying to take a bit, push down here because I always need to put it right there. Okay.
Like that? Does it look all right?
Yeah. Like that.
Okay.
It looks like there's a highlight right there.
Yeah, it does.
When there isn't.
That's the camera.
Hmm.
It's the wet.
No. Oh, yeah, it is somewhat. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Now we're going to... Oh, I need to work on the poppies themselves now. Okay.
Let it rest a moment so that you don't bleed down into the stems.
Okay.
Because you might get water running straight down through them.
That's true. Okay, we're going to pause a minute again. Okay, now then, where's that brush I was using? Because I've got brushes everywhere. Okay. I'm obviously not going to use those. They need to be. Here, put these in your... Where's your thing? Okay, thank you. Okay, so now then, do I just fill the whole poppy in with a light color and then add darks?
No, you're going to want to... Well, what I did, you know what I did?
What?
I put it down here, and then I worked it up into the petals. And after I got the whole thing filled with the pale red, slightly darker at the base, I let it all dry, and then I'm going back in to do the shading.
Okay.
I don't know if that's the best plan or not, but
I don't know either, but it sounds as good as any. So which red are you using?
I am just using cadmium red, but I took it down here and I really watered it out because I'm paranoid.
And what is this?
That is Azerian Crimson. It's a lot pinker than cadmium red because it's the cool red.
Okay.
And then there's Quin Rose, which is way pinker. That's...
So is this the cad red up here?
Yeah, that's cad red.
Is there enough for me to use it too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I would probably water it down a bit first, though.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, I really should have wet my flower first, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
You think that's watered down enough?
Probably.
Okay.
Especially since you're going to be working it out even more.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. All right.
I'd go wash off your brush before you try to work it out. Now, that's pretty its own right.
Yeah, it is. It's looking nice. Makes me kind of want to go.
Cool.
So do you think I should just let it do that, or do you think I should go ahead and work it out a little bit?
I wouldn't, but I'm a control freak.
You wouldn't?
Yeah, but I wouldn't let it just do its thing,
that's
but I'm a control freak.
Well, my instinct was that it needs to go ahead and fill this up with something.
Yeah. And red's really stained, so it'll still have some of those patterns, you know?
Yeah.
Which is good. I just...
Okay, how's that for the first layer?
That looks good.
Okay. I'll show you my first layer. Okay. Well, working upside down works pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Moment.
One reason Hannah and I decided to do this was because I was trying to think of something I could do Monday night on a live stream. And we decided watercolor might be something I could do. So I think I'm happy enough with how it's going if I could just relax and not tense up that shoulder.
Let me come and knead on you a bit while I wait.
Well, don't need on me while I'm trying to put paint down.
Sorry.
I'll end up with a mess.
Yeah, should have thought of that.
Okay, let me do this and then you can try that.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to pause and let this dry a little bit. Okay. Is that your own made up song?
No.
Well, then you better not sing it.
Okay.
You have to sing made up songs. Okay. Can I use a different, okay, I'm going to watch you a minute, I think is what I'm going to do. Yeah, see, I like that. So you're doing those and then you'll do from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because that's the inside of the flower.
So what red are you using for that?
I'm just using the cadmium red again. But I may go in at the bottom to try and shade with some of the Azerian crimson. I'm just gonna have to see how it looks when I water it down if I like it.
Oh, I should have just used what I had, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. Like, it took me forever to learn how to water down paints properly, and I still make them too light now, you know? So it's definitely a learning process. Okay, got it.
I should have done a whole nother layer first, shouldn't I?
Not necessarily. I just ended up doing that, but not necessarily, no.
Okay.
I think I'm actually going to get some of the Azerian crimson wet, drag it out a bit so I can look at it. I'll just put you here. See, it's very pink.
Yeah.
So I think I'm actually going to put a touch in there at the base.
So I should have wet this down and done, if I wanted to make the whole thing a little darker.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Well, you can let that dry. Well, I would work it out a bit with a clean brush and then let that dry and then go back and do it.
Okay.
It won't ruin up if your order of operations isn't exactly the same as mine.
Okay. That's good because it's not. Well, it sure didn't move much.
That's okay. That just means it's casting a defined shadow.
Okay.
I have excuses for everything.
Okay. Well, works for you, so I'm going to go with it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wet this down.
Oh, I think I actually like that. I think it adds some color depth.
Yep.
The Azerian crimson. You're still working. Yay.
I got wet outside my lines.
It's okay. Gotta learn to live with these things.
Okay.
Trust me.
So now I need to let this sit again, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Like I said, it's the hardest part of watercolor.
Here's what it looks like right now. I think I should have pulled it out a little bit more, but I don't think I can now. Well, maybe I can. Okay. So I want the whole thing a little bit darker, and then add more red in down there. Okay. So
This is for crazy people. So you know,
crazy people shading. Well, let's show them your crazy people shading.
only crazy people try to shade the top of the petal.
I think it's good. We'll just watch you, crazy person, shade for a minute and see if mine will dry. Then I'll come back and add some more.
I'm not going to try to work those out because I kind of like how defined they are.
Okay.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to do that to some other petals.
Well, that one's really wet. Bet y'all get tired of looking at my painting upside down, don't you? That's what it looks like right now. Do you think I should add in some more green down here or just leave it down at the bottom like that?
I'd just leave it.
Okay.
You should become totally dissatisfied and must add green.
It just looks kind of like it's sitting on air.
Mine's sitting on my signature.
Well, there you go. At least it's got your signature. That one's not. Well, since I'm using the same color, I could probably go ahead and work with it since it's not completely dry, don't you think? Or do you think I should wait?
Well, if you want to do really defined shading or have a lot of control, that's why you want to dry. Not necessarily because of bleeding.
Okay. I don't know how defined I want it. I just know I want it a little darker.
Do you want control?
Well, not at first. I mean, I want the whole thing darker before I really try to do shading.
And then I would probably try to water that down to this or something when you put your next layer over it. So that you have control over just how dark it gets and you don't accidentally make it way darker.
Okay. So should I wet it again?
No.
Okay. That's why I should. Is that where you're doing it?
Yeah. And a lot more water. That should probably work.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm happier with that. Okay. I think when I shade that, I'll be happier.
Mm-hmm. I like mine.
I like yours too.
Which is weird because I'm not a pastel person, but that's kind of how it turns out.
That's really pretty. So do you think you're done pretty much?
I'm going to work on this funny thing a bit more, but I think I'm done with the flower because I really like where it's at.
Okay.
And you got to learn when to just let it go.
Okay, let's pause and let mine get
Okay.
more, and then you. Okay, we think that this is probably dry enough, but we're going to go ahead and work on these a little bit first. I'm using some of her. Is this the tangerine or is this something else?
It's tangerine. It got varyingly light to dark in the pool, because I was mixing it because it's hand mixed. It's not a normal paint. Way too much?
Way too much. And it didn't look like I got very much, but.
That's also a very hard skill to learn in terms of watercolor painting.
Okay. So.
Tangerine. So I'm not adding much to it.
Then do I need to let this dry before I add the yellow over it?
Yeah, that's how glazing works.
Okay. Do you think that looks all right?
Yeah.
Okay, should I add green?
I put some green in up from the base because they look like they cut off.
That's what I thought. And if I do it now, then it'll kind of blend, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
That's the thought.
That's the thought.
Stuff rarely works quite the way you thought it would, though, so. Yeah. Oh, that looks great. Ooh, that's pretty.
I'm happy with it. I may not even glaze it.
Yeah, I did that mostly because I was dissatisfied and trying to find a way to make it look better. So.
I guess I need another cough drop. Okay, now then, to add some darker red. That looks good. Are you done?
I hope so.
You hope so? Is that what you said?
No, I'm not sure yet. Yeah, you want to water that down some more.
Yeah. I tend to over pigment. How about that?
That's better.
Ooh, I think it helps to add in that with the yellow accidentally.
It did warm the shade a lot.
Oh, do I need to wet the whole thing down before I
No.
do? Okay.
I find that when I'm trying to shade, you want to have your brush really wet. Not really full, but wet. And it helps if your paint is really wet. Like it is right now.
Yeah.
Not kind of goopy.
Right.
If that's really wet, you can go back in and move the paint later. But if you put water down first, you won't have a lot of control over where the paint goes.
Okay.
At least in my experience, but that may have something to do with how I try to do it too. So I don't know. Neither of us are deigning to give you advice. We're just talking.
Don't talk to yourself. Talk either out loud or.
I'm just trying to get the tips of these brushes back into shape.
Okay.
You have to shape the rounds of natural fibers and have them dry properly. See, that's about the shape you want them to take while they're drying. But this one got split up top, so I'm going back in to sharpen it. and make it
Okay.
easy. Now we just need it.
So what do you think about that one?
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna pull the tape up. I think I'm done.
Okay.
Mm. You'll want to be careful with your tape. Stuff's a bit of an aggravation.
Okay. There's what they look like. And I'm going to call them done. Here's Hannah's all untaped and finished. Beautiful. Okay, so I guess I'll try to.
Do you want me to do it?
Yes, I do. I just realized I'm going to have to hold it with my other hand if I.
But you found something you can do for the next week.
Yeah.
So this is focus on a single medium week, not probation. Just think about it that way, okay?
Okay.
Mm. It's a good thing neither of us went out to the edge. It's kind of peeling a touch.
I could heat it up with a heat gun and it would probably peel off easier.
This side's coming off clean though.
Okay.
That's weird.
Well, you did do it way flatter than the other side. And that makes a big difference.
Yeah, there's a funny amount of technique in how you pull tape off of
Yeah.
paper. Well, I think yours came out really well.
I'm happy with it.
You certainly elevated the drawing, as I knew you would.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm happy with it. Yay! I hope y'all enjoyed that. So I guess I am planning to stream Monday night, and I'm going to play with some watercolors. And I think Tardy's going to come on with me and chat with me in case I have to, I need to take things slow. So, so we'll see you Monday night. Bye-bye.
Bye, I guess. I guess you want to see the palm, right? I don't know.
It doesn't matter. Bye-bye, all. God bless you.